Hi everyone, my name is Anil. Welcome to the part 1 video of the video series where I will show you how to retrieve virtual machine details from Azure and populate ServiceNow CMDB. Now to do this, we'll be consuming Azure REST API and we'll be using ServiceNow Integration Hub and outbound REST message to retrieve the information from Azure and populate ServiceNow CMDB. The first step is to get OAuth token from Azure. So we will see how it is done. To get the OAuth token, first we have to register an application in Azure. To do that, we have to open Azure CLI and then run this command. First, we have to set the subscription in which we want to register the application. So once we do that, then we create application with RBAC roles when you run by running this command. Once you do that, it will give you an output of app ID, display name, password, and tenant. You will need this information in the next steps, so you need to copy and save them. Once we create the application, the next step is to retrieve the tenant ID. You will already have it. If you don't have it, then you can also retrieve it by this command. And you can save the tenant ID. So that completes the setup on Azure side. Next, we'll create an outbound REST message in ServiceNow because we want to consume Azure REST API. The name can be Azure Endpoint or anything meaningful. The endpoint would be this one, management.azure.com. Authentication is no authentication. And then in that REST message, you'll create a post HTTP method. Again, the name can be get token or anything meaningful. As part of this method, you will be sending a content to get the API OAuth token from Azure or API token from Azure. So the endpoint will be this. In this endpoint, there is a variable which I am passing, which is tenant ID, which we have obtained in the previous step, in step number 4. That's what you're going to pass. And then the authentication time will be no authentication. Content will contain client ID, client secret, grant type. This is hard coded to client underscore credentials. Resource is https management azure.com. Again, this is also hard coded. Client ID will be same as app ID, which we have obtained in the step number 3. And then client secret will be password, which is part of step number 3. So once you have this content ready, then you can also create a variable substitution for testing purpose, where you can pass the tenant ID which you have obtained in step number 4. And then you can save the record and then you can test it to get the token. Right, when you test it, you will get a HTTP response as 200 and response content will look like this. It's a JSON response where token type is bearer. It will give you the expiry date and then the resource for which this token is requested and the token itself. So this is how you can get OAuth token. Now I'll demonstrate this. So now I'm logged into Azure. I'll open CLI. Here I will set the subscription. Once subscription is set, the next step is to run this command, which is to create the RBAC user, create a app registration. So let's do that. Let's paste that here. It should give you the output in this format. So I have copied the output. Next, I'll run this command to get the tenant ID. I have made a note of that as well. So next, we'll create outbound REST message for this endpoint. So to do that, we will log into ServiceNow. And we'll create outbound REST message. It will have endpoint as this. Give it a name as Azure endpoint. This is the endpoint. Authentication can be no authentication. Save it. Next, create a post method. Call it as get token. Create a post method. This is the endpoint. We can leave it as inherit from parent also, or no authentication also, both the same. Save it. Once that is done, we will click on auto generate variables, so I can pass a test value for testing. So I have added the test value now, and the next step is to create the content. So this is how the content would look like once I need to replace these values here, but yeah. So once I have the content ready, next is to click on test. So just as yeah, we'll review the tenant one more time, the test value. The tenant ID will come from this value from the step 3, right? So let's populate that. So once I pass the tenant ID and then I click on test, then I can see that the HTTP status is 200. That's the first verification, and the response would look like this, where you can see token type is bearer, resources management.azure.com, and access token is this token. So that is how you will retrieve token from Azure. So I'll quickly repeat the steps. The first step is to register an application on Azure. So to do that, we'll open Azure CLI and we'll run these commands. We'll set the subscription ID to the subscription in which you want to create the or register the application. Then you run this command to register an application. The output will contain app ID, display name, name, password, tenant. So all this information will be used in the service now setup. You can also run this command to get your current subscription details, right? Then we will create a outbound REST message on ServiceNow, right? Let's remove this line. This is not required. Yeah. So then we'll create a outbound REST message in ServiceNow. Uh, the name will be Azure endpoint. Endpoint is this. Authentication is no authentication. And then we'll create a post method which will have the endpoint as this. We are dynamically passing the tenant ID, which will map to tenant from this output. And then we will, when we have to send a input when you are when it's a post method, so the input will look like this. It will have client ID is equal to API ID, and client secret is equal to password. Grant type is hard-coded to client credentials, and resources this. So once you have all of this in place, then when you test it, you can see that the response will look like this. So this is the access token, and this will be used in the subsequent videos where we will retrieve data from Azure. Thank you.